Please join me in celebrating the music of Cy Johnson.
Thank you, thank you. That first piece was called The Subtle Sermon, and I wrote it in 1956 for a band in Los Angeles called the Ace Lane Band, which then became the Med Flory Band, which recorded it for the first time, and then became the Terry Gibbs Dream Band, and they recorded it twice more. But it's it was controversial at the time because nobody knew how to play those 16th notes, and but it became, within a year, it became a cliche, and everybody was doing it, and so I take full responsibility for all of you who are bored silly with those, you know, Anyway, that featured Tom Finn on alto saxophone. Nathaniel Center on trumpet. You found the center of this house here. Timo Valbrecht on tenor. Okay, the next piece we're going to play is called Blues for Barbara, and it was written also in 1956, and it was the first arrangement I sold to Count Basie way back then, and it was amazingly easy. I just brought it in, gave it to him before the start of a set at Jazz City. At Zardi's on Hollywood Boulevard, and they passed it out, played it on the next set, and I went over after the set was over to see what Basie had to say about it, and he said, "Got any more like that?" And I did, so that was the beginning. Anyway, I'd like to use this opportunity to bring out our guest soloist, who is a friend of many, many years, and a brilliant saxophonist and flutist, and very, 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 very versatile and busy. He's one of the leaders of the Mingus trio of bands, the big band and the orchestra and the Dynasty, and he also plays on Saturday Night Live, and he plays all over the world. He's an absolutely fantastic musician. How about a big hand for Alex Foster? Thank you, thank you. These guys can play. I would like to especially acknowledge the great trombone solo by Ray Mason. I mean, that's grown-up trombone playing, I want to tell you. Wonderful. And of course, a grown-up alto player, Alex Foster, played a grown-up solo also. Now we're entering the Mingus part of our program, and the first tune in that sequence is the second tune. I keep acknowledging these, anniversaries. The second arrangement I made for the Let My Children Hear Music album that was probably the closest thing to a masterpiece I've ever had my hands on in a long life. And this is called Don't Be Afraid, The Clown's Afraid Too. And it's a wonderful title because Mingus, of course, was an awesome, fearsome man, as famous for knocking Jimmy Knepper's front teeth out as he was for playing the bass or composing. And but he had done an album just before we done this called The Clown on Atlantic, and he had the cover photograph was Mingus with clown makeup on, and so he clearly identified himself as the clown. And for this guy who you figure that would relish his awesome reputation physically, he's just telling everybody, don't be afraid because I'm just as afraid as you are. And I've always thought that was a heroic announcement to make. Not that anybody paid attention, but it was heroic anyway. Okay, we're going to go and delve into Don't Be Afraid, The Clown's Afraid Too.